short time ago, I took the oath of office to become chairman of the Federal Reserve.
He came into the Federal Reserve in February determined to improve communication with Congress and the public. But Jerome Powell's first year as chairman has been anything but smooth, between market-rankling remarks to unprecedented scrutiny from the White House.
I think the Fed is out of control. I think what they're doing is wrong.
And with markets on a roller coaster ride, 2019 looks set to be another challenging year. Ann Safir has the story.
Powell is much more of a markets guy, so he speaks in a much more plain-spoken, kind of folksy way, which means that sometimes some of what he says is not as precise and not as textbook economics as past Fed chairs.
Many baby boomers like me are reaching an age where a good report is, well, there are a number of things we should keep an eye on, but all things considered, you're in good health.
That casual style may have been what appealed to Trump when he nominated Powell, but it has arguably contributed to market volatility, with investors hanging on Powell's every word for clarity on how much farther the Fed may raise interest rates.
Back in October, he said that rates have a long way to go before getting to neutral. And just a little over a month later, with nothing really changed on the economic front, he said that rates are just below estimates of neutral.
But Powell is hardly the first Fed chairman to stumble in royal global markets. In 2013, Ben Bernanke sent world stocks plummeting when he suggested the Fed would slow its bond buying stimulus. And in 1996, Alan Greenspan tried to deflate stocks by noting, quote, irrational exuberance in asset values. But the effect was short-lived. Now Powell must brace himself for 2019.
In the new year, we're going to have economic cross-currents. We're going to have President Trump probably making the same kind of criticisms he's been doing. And then there's always the issue of when the Fed should raise rates and how fast. These will all be big challenges for him.
Starting in January, Powell is scheduled to increase his public appearances, holding a news conference after every Fed meeting as part of his efforts to bolster communications. But there could be a downside, because the more Powell talks, the greater the odds that a stray comment could spook markets.